What's up everyone? Welcome to my Creature Spotlight, where we're going to go over everything you need to know about the Drakeling. The Drakeling is the latest creature from the Fantastic Tames series, and is a cute little shoulder dragon that can provide a wide array of buffs to you and your allies. You'll be able to find 4 variants of Drakeling across the maps of Scorched Earth, Extinction, Astraeos, the Center, and of course Ragnarok. Autumn Drakelings can be found in the redwoods and jungles. Spring Drakelings can be found in the grasslands. Summer Drakelings can be found in beach and desert areas, and the Winter Drakeling can be found in the snowy areas. To initiate taming, you want to start by showing off your torch near the Drakeling you want to tame. Once the Drakeling sees your torch, it'll fly down and land on your shoulders. At this point, it's going to give you a request to gain experience one of 3 different ways: by either harvesting resources, crafting different items, or killing creatures. Once you gain enough XP in the method the Drakeling requests, you'll be able to give it food from your last slot, either meat or exceptional kibble, to increase its taming. And then at this point, you really just need to repeat this process until eventually it tames. Once you equip your Drakeling, they'll confer a number of buffs to you. To start, each Drakeling will provide a 10% XP and 10% loot quality boost if they enter their native biomes, i.e. the biomes that they spawn in. This buff stays as long as the Drakeling is riding your shoulder, but it will also persist for about 3 hours if you want to swap to another shoulder pet or you leave the biome it was granted in. Additionally, each Drakeling is going to store a small amount of XP whenever you or a creature you're riding gains it. This doesn't do much on its own, but we'll talk more about what to do with the stored XP shortly. And then finally, each Drakeling variant has a unique passive it will confer to you. Autumn Drakelings increase melee damage by 5% and your harvesting amount by 15%. Spring Drakelings increase health regeneration by 10% and decrease stamina consumption by 10%. Summer Drakelings will increase your movement speed by 10% and decrease the amount of time you are stunned by 25%. And Winter Drakelings increase damage resistance by 10% and increase insulation by 100. And importantly, all the passive buffs will apply to any creature you ride while the Drakeling is on your shoulder. And then lastly, each Drakeling lets you enable parachute mode through the radio wheel. This will slow your descent significantly, preventing you from taking any damage from falling from long drops. Additionally, you'll notice much like the Cosmo, you're able to equip the Drakeling onto your hand. While on your hand, you can cycle through a couple different modes with R. In attack mode, left click is going to perform a basic bite attack, and right click will perform a short range breath attack. This does much more damage than the bite, but does have to be charged up in order to be used. In what I'm calling season mode, right click is going to shoot a beam that transfers the creature's unique passive ability to an ally for around 60 seconds. And then in XP mode, right click is going to transfer all the XP stored by Draconic Knowledge to an ally. The amount you transfer scales based on the Draconic Knowledge, which also scales based on the Drakeling's level. And if you manage to transfer at least 5,000 XP, you'll get a Dragon Horde key whenever you transfer it. A Dragon Horde key is going to act as a special treasure map, which can only be used when the Drakeling is on your shoulder. Once you get close enough to the spot where the cache is, the Drakeling will summon the chest to you. This resulting treasure cache will typically have much better loot than a normal treasure chest. The resulting treasure chest will typically have much better loot than a normal treasure chest, making this a much better way to get loot in case you can't find any beacons. And I think with that, that's going to be everything you need to know about the Drakeling. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.